Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Mark here with the Monday, May 13th Major League Baseball card breakdown where we're going to get into each and every game. Kind of a shorter slate, not a full one, but this is one where we're starting out the new week, and I'm going to give you guys 5 best bets in this video. So make sure you guys all stick around to the end, and please subscribe down below, smash that like button, and check out the description because we do have a couple links down there. Channel sponsors as well as what we're doing over there in the Discord. Free to join. Make sure you guys are all signed up over there as we get going. Okay, so let's get into the picks. I do want to tell you guys that I will be going to the Cavaliers game tonight, so make sure you guys all check out my video I'm going to be posting for the NBA plays within the 2 games that we got going on tonight, and I'll tell you guys where I'm sitting over in that NBA video, so make sure you guys all watch so that way you guys can see me on TV probably. But nonetheless, let's get into it. I want to give you guys my first pick of the day. This is one where we're going to get into the likes of Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles, okay? Probably the best pitching matchup on paper, if not 1A, 1B with what we have in the Braves game going on. But I am going to be taking the Baltimore Orioles. Okay, now this handicap is something where it's a funny price, right? We're seeing minus 161 is the best odds available. A great dance partner for some of your guys' moneyline parlays if you guys are playing those things within Baltimore. But Jose Barrios, despite having a 4-3 ERA, a 4-3 record with a 2.85 ERA, almost 40 Ks on the season, he's been getting kind of beat up his last few starts, okay? So I'm kind of diving into the Orioles. I like Corbin Burns. He's, unfortunately, as a Cy Young candidate, he's kind of been on the other side of the coin when it comes down to just basically having some quality starts, okay? It's not been his fault per se, these recent games where Baltimore, when he's pitched, but nonetheless, we're going to get down with the Orioles. I am going to lay to stake, so I'm going to take the Orioles to win. So I'll be betting. If you want to play for one unit, it'll be at minus 161. It'll be laying 161 to win 100 if $100 was your unit. So that's what I'll be doing. Okay. As always, you guys are free to do whatever you please. But I am back into Orioles and probably going to be involved as a dance partner within parlays. Marlins, Tigers, Sixto Sanchez, Matt Manning. I would favor the Tigers, obviously. We look at this price, it's just too steep. We saw what was happening within the likes of the Phillies-Marlins game. Crazy outcome yesterday. Unfortunately, the Phillies losing destroyed a lot of people's parlays and bets for that matter. But we will be looking at Detroit. It is a price I like to play. Miami, horrible record on the road, but just not a price that I'm going to play for this matchup, okay? Next game is Tampa Bay and Boston. Cutter Crawford going against my guy, Zach Eflin. This is one where I would lean towards taking the home Red Sox, but I don't want to bet against Eflin, so I'm going to be staying away from this game, so no official play, okay? Really can't handicap it, and actually, if we look into it, it's basically a coin flip, plus 102, minus 108, so obviously no one else can as well. Next one is the Phillies and the Mets, okay? Christopher Sanchez and Sean Manaea, one where you look at what the Phillies were able to do from a perspective where, like I said, they lost, unfortunately, to the Marlins yesterday. Okay, but this game, you can get a really good price on the Phillies if you want to take them basically even money. They've been playing very good baseball despite having that 7-6 loss at Miami. Okay, but Sean Manaea is a serviceable left-handed pitcher, so we got 2 lefties going at it tonight on the bump. Probably a craftier bet, a more sharper bet would be to take the under, kind of fading these lineups. That's kind of what we're looking at. The majority of the betting splits, though, are favoring Phillies and the over very strongly. I don't have a clear indication on this game, so I'm going to pass as well. All right, now the next one we will have an official play. This is Cubs and Braves. Shota Umanga and Reynaldo Lopez, 2 of the best pitchers in the NL thus far this season. Okay, collectively you can add up both of these guys' ERAs, and they would probably be lower than the majority of the starting pitchers in baseball. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to dive into the under 8. Got ourselves a little bit of insurance at a minus 110 price, taking that under 8 in this game. Quite frankly, the Braves, I think they struggled last time Manga pitched against them. I believe he got to play against the Braves and throw against them. But sometimes when you get these foreigners come over, they have very strong outings, and then the second go around, you get through the lineup the third time around, then it can be a different outcome. But Ronaldo Lopez has been stout thus far for the season, so I do like the fact that even if the Cubs even if the Braves get to Emega, I think that the under still can cash. I look for low scoring. Worst case scenario in my handicap, I have this game as like a 5-1 blowout, but no official play on the run line or the side. We are going to be on the under 8 as my second official play. All right, next one is one that I'm going to love. One of the best cover teams and one of the most profitable teams in baseball jumps out on the page to me, right? The White Sox winning 3 of 4 against the Indians, and albeit in the last game, kind of a little bit of a reversion to the mean. We saw the White Sox get bludgeoned 7-0, I believe, yesterday against the Indians. One of my favorite bets of the day. But we will be taking the Nats. Trevor Williams, 4-0, 1.96 ERA, going against Chris Flexen. I think the Nationals can get to the White Sox on the road. So we will be diving into that minus 124 price with the Nats. Love this bet, so lock it in as my third official play. All right. And then we go into the next one. The Pirates and the Brewers. This is not the game. I thought that the kid was pitching. I thought Paul Skeens was pitching for the Pirates. He is not. I think his next start will be either Wednesday or Thursday. I got to look into that, but I will be looking forward to that game. But we are going to be taking the likes of well, actually, no play for me in this game. I apologize. I was looking at the next one on my board. But we are going to be looking into this from a standpoint where I do see a lot of runs, and I do lean towards the Brewers very heavily. Quite frankly, I'm not betting it just because of the minus 136 price. I can't get down with it. It jumps off the page at me, and there's something fishy about this, so I don't trust it. I really want to bet the Brewers kind of heavily, to be honest. But we're going to lay off of that one at a minus 136 price. Just something a little bit fishy, okay? Then we'll get into the Guardians and the Texas Rangers, okay? So we got a minus 103 price for the home team Rangers. Very favorable, very favorable. I know Tanner Beebe started off hot. A little bit more of a reversion to the mean for that young arm. Michael Lorenzen, though, you can get a mixed bag. You can get a Cy Young performance or you can get an absolute shellacking. So this is a true coin flip. Lean towards the Rangers, okay? I think that the Indians are going through a little bit of a struggle within their offense. They lost 3 or 4 to the White Sox. Going on the road now to play the Rangers. I could see the Indians falling in this game and the Rangers getting the BB. So I would lean towards taking that juicy coin flip minus 103 price with the Rangers, but no official play. All right, and the next one is one where I like the Houston Astros. They got to win this game. Spencer Arrighetti going against Ross Stripling with the A's. This is one where Arrighetti's one of the worst pitchers in baseball, joining the likes of his teammate Hunter Brown for the Stros. No play for me. I would lean heavy towards the Astros. They have to win this game. If you look at kind of what they're doing from a record standpoint and what they've been doing over the weekend, okay, they beat Detroit, lost to New York. They need to win this game to keep going. I think this is a must-win for the Astros. And something where I think they have more motivation, especially at home. But it has not been the case. All right, the Astros have been failing to deliver. One of my favorite teams to bet in the sport, but just as of recent, just not getting the job done. So we're going to stay away from them as well, okay? And now this one, the next one on the card, is one that I would love to have as a bonus play. For those of you that are watching and not just skipping forward to the end, I am going to throw this one out. I absolutely love the St. Louis Cardinals in the first 5 in this game, okay? And also, if you want to dive into the Angels, they had to use some arms last night against the Royals. And right now, guys, they're struggling to hit the baseball, okay? Jose Soriano, 1-4, 4.32 ERA, going against Matthew Liberatore. I think this is one where the Cardinals, this is a bad handicap. I think the Cardinals should be favored probably around that minus 130 range, and you can see them right now on the board, basically even money. So that will be my bonus play. We'll take the Cardinals here, probably on the first 5, but I'm not opposed to the full game as well because sometimes the Cardinals' bats can let you down. So that's kind of where I'm at with that one. And then we'll get into the next game. We got a couple left, the Reds and the Diamondbacks, okay? We are going to back to Diamondbacks. I think Graham Ashcraft is a sneaky pitcher in this matchup. Okay, everybody's jumping off the page. Oh, the Diamondbacks, love the Diamondbacks. They're taking them on the run line. A lot of the money, 90+% of the bets and money are on the Diamondbacks. I don't know. I kind of have a feeling with the Reds. We're going to take them on the money line. It's a value play for me. It might be a half unit, but at a plus 142 price, I think that's one where there's some extreme value that they get the job done within this matchup. Where we're going to be taking the Redlegs, okay? And if you look at their last games, they've been putting up some runs, some decent output, right? 5 runs. They had a bad loss to San Francisco, but they've had 5, 4, 4, and 4 in those 2 games against Arizona. Let's date back a little bit. We had totals of 9 runs, and in those 3 games, they got swept by the Diamondbacks. They don't have a good season record or historical record against the Diamondbacks, but I think that's going to play into the role that we're going to see tonight with Ashcraft. It's just too juicy of a price. It probably will lose, so I'm just, if this is how you guys... how you like to bet baseball, if you grind it out through the course of the season, you have to jump on some of these spots where you're going to get plus 142. It's just the only way to do it in the way that you're going to make money over the long term. You can't just keep laying favorites and huge, juicy money lines because in the end, you will lose out in the long haul. Okay, so that's going to be a spot I'm going to pick. Like I said, the last 2 matchups against Arizona, 5-4 and 4-3 losses for the Reds, but they could get it done if they can keep it close and scratch one out. So taking the Reds, plus 142 on the money line. All right, and then we will have a final, another play. We have 2 more left on the board, actually. This is one where, actually one more, I apologize. The Colorado Rockies, we are going to take them take against them. We're going to take the San Diego Padres on the run line. All right, we're going to be taking that minus 1.5. Okay, and it's one where I look into this number. It's a juicy price. Okay, that's something I want to show you guys, and I'll tell you guys why I'm backing the Rockies in a second. I got to just pull this up because apparently this window seemed to malfunction. All right, so we're looking at the run line, and this is where you can see. All right, the Padres at a plus money price. You can find the best odds out there. Plus 103, courtesy of oddsjam. Some of the more well-known casinos, Bet Rivers is having plus 100, but you can find around even money, okay, but you can find a plus 103 as that best number. I'm going to take it. I know the Rockies have been winning. They've been kind of hot, but this is something where you look at them at home, and for some reason, they just don't put up the same splits. I like the fact that we can get some plus money on the Padres at home, and I like the fact that the Padres have been hitting the ball pretty well. Okay, they beat the Dodgers 2 out of 3 games. I just like this spot. I think we're seeing some good arms. They've been keeping their runs down, even except for the exception of the games that they've been losing. They had a 1-5-0 loss to the Dodgers, but other than that, this is one where I probably even would lean towards the under. In their last 10 games, there was only 2 games, I believe, that went 3 games that went over, and they all went 3 in a row. The last 5 games that the Padres have played, albeit to the Cubs and Dodgers, which we all know they have better pitching staffs than what we're going to get out of the Rockies tonight. But this is something where they've cashed their last 5 plays to the under. I believe it's 6 out of their last 9 to the under, where the Padres were able to get it done. Okay, so this is one that jumps off the page as a run line play for me. So we will be taking even money, like I said, within the Padres, and possibly even a little sprinkle on the under in this matchup. But the only bet that I'll give out will be the run line. Okay, and then we have 2 final games on the card. Okay, we have the likes of the Kansas City Royals and the Seattle Mariners. I don't understand this handicap. Okay, so if you guys have any thoughts on this one, please let me know down below in the comments. But Brady Singer has been kind of fantastic throughout the course of the season, pitching in a pitcher-favorable ballpark. Why are they plus 140 underdogs? This is one that just is really fishy, okay? I love betting the Royals. They've been historically a great underdog, and getting the job done last night. I just don't understand this handicap, so I'm going to take the back seat. I'm going to just watch this one. We've seen the Royals win 4 out of their last 5, and actually probably even more than that. No, 4 out of their last 5 games, and I understand it was albeit the the Angels, they had a win against the Brewers. They took 2 out of 3 against the Brewers, and then had a couple losses against Texas, beating Toronto in their series. They're winning their series. They're, to my estimation, they're a very great ball club. Kind of my surprise team, I guess you'd say. 25-17 on the year. I just don't understand this number. I really don't. I think that it's flipped. George Kirby's been beat around a little bit, and we're just looking at this game. If you want to get into something fancy, take the George Kirby over 2.5 or runs. I think that's a very strong value play. But, I mean, Seattle losing to Oakland 8-1. A couple of losses, bad losses against Minnesota. I just don't see it, guys. I just don't see it. I think that maybe they're onto something. Seattle is that team that would destroy you. They seem to be my parlay buster a little bit in baseball. So I usually end up betting on the Mariners. But it's just one word. I like Brady Singer. I have no problem with you guys taking the Royals here. It's just for my liking. Something's up. I don't agree with the money line price, so I'm going to stay away. Okay, the last game on the card is the Dodgers and Giants. All right, Gavin Stone, Jordan Hicks. All I got for you in this one is Dodgers all the way. The Dodgers are entering that territory where the pitching matchups really don't matter. And I think that's something where you look into who's actually going for the Giants. I understand that he's been their strong hold of the season, right? But Gavin Stone's been no slouch either. This is a pretty much dead even matchup. I'm not betting it because there's no value within taking the Dodgers at -175. Great dance partner in a parlay. Also, run line -105 is something that I kind of like as well, but I'm not going to get behind this bet. Okay, so just a quick recap. I want to put them up for you guys here at the end of the video. This is where we have the Baltimore money line. I'm going to lay it. San Diego, we have that -1.5 run line we're going to be taking, as well as the Nats -108 on the money line. Reds +142 on the money line. That probably will be a half unit for me. It's kind of, I don't want to say a long shot, but my least, I think, confident play. It has too good a value not to bet it, okay? And I know you guys are probably saying, well, why aren't you betting the Royals? You like them so much, +140, same odds. Quite frankly, I don't know why. And that game's at 9:40, so by the end of the day, I might end up having some money and some tickets on the Royals. So don't count that one out, all right? And then the last one will be the Cubs-Braves under 8, all right, at a basically even price, -110. So that's what I got going for you guys. Like I said, watch the NBA video. You'll see where I'm sitting for the Cavs. I'll kind of drop it for you guys. But I appreciate you guys all being part of the channel. Make sure you subscribe on your way out. Smash that like button, and we'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.